For democracy, liberty, everybody. We are back to talk about Helldivers 2. And this is 10 things I wish I knew before I started Helldivers 2. So Helldivers 2 is a game that we've been playing a lot of lately. I think we're all in love with it.
Yep.
We bought it. We've been playing it. We've been doing those major orders. We've been freaking fighting for democracy. I found out yesterday, I didn't think about this, but like when you drop in and then you die, you like your soldier is dead and you're bringing in another soldier to fight for democracy.
Yeah, we were.
And it makes me sad to think about. Like I just never thought about that.
For some reason, I thought it was a clone.
I think it's just new people, man.
It's just a
brand new person.
If you go to the
brand new
map,
family,
or you go to the galaxy map, it tells you how many Helldivers have perished overall this whole time.
Damn.
It's a shit ton.
That's
a fucking good-looking guy right there. Who's that? Oh, it's me.
That's me. Oh my gosh. So we're going to talk about 10 things we wish we knew before we started Helldivers 2. This is basically because I've been playing with a lot of different people. We've all been playing with a lot of different people. And realizing that there's certain things that like the game doesn't really tell you that we're learning as we go, which is kind of great because then it enables that communal conversation as you're playing through the game and learning more about just discovery. You know, through discovery, what are some things you can do in this game that kind of can one up or expand or enhance your playthrough. So first one I want to mention that I discovered very recently after getting like 10 levels in the game was paying attention to your gear and armor, because armor gives you passive bonuses beyond just like stats on like weight and speed and stuff like that. And I didn't realize that. So they have light, medium, and heavy armor in this game. Light obviously makes you faster, but has less armor. Heavy makes you slower, but has more armor. But then there's also all these buffs with the different armor sets you have that can, one that I use a lot, reduces my chance of bleed, like a 50% reduction in like bleed abilities and stuff like that. So I don't get damaged as much. And there was other kinds of buffs and bonuses you can get with certain types of armor. Some doesn't have it, but whenever you're buying armor in your war bonds, highly recommend checking that out. You know?
Yeah. And you can do a compare and contrast to the armor that you have as long as you hit the correct button whenever you're looking at the armor before you waste those medals on it. I did realize that when I first started playing about the stats and stuff, but I didn't see like a big change until Travis was playing last night and he had a heavy armor on and he was super slow. Like his sprint.
It's
like
awful.
It's terrible. He's like, I need to switch back to something else. But I mean, it's still like fun and interesting, you know. I kind of wish, I don't know if I saw this, that the newest update is going to let you basically do what like Spider-Man does, is that you can have a certain armor on, but you can change out the
stats.
The stats.
Oh,
so
that's
you can
cool.
keep it like the cosmetic stuff.
They call that transmog or something
Transmog.
like that? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I could be wrong. That could have been like a fake article because I think I saw it on Facebook or something like that. But that'll be cool, you know, because there's
like
some
that.
armor in there that's like super cool and I want to wear, but I want to mix up the stats a little bit,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
I think that should be like their next step into improve. I mean, the game's phenomenal. I love the game, but yeah.
Speaking of armor, my favorite is I get 2 more stems. So
Oh
a
yeah, I
total-
have that.
total
Oh,
one.
that's
six.
nice.
6, yeah.
Oh, that's real nice.
I just switched that one. The one I was using for the longest because I like how it looked. It was the amputee looking guy with the robotic arm and
Yes.
robotic leg.
You have a farther throw.
Further throw, and I didn't realize how much that helped me out because I was fucking throwing my stratagems and stuff like that far away, and I was getting it, and then I switched over, and I was just like, man, I could have swore, and then I was just like, oh yeah, that's right, I swapped out armors, and I was just like, and I have a different stat now.
That is nice.
My other favorite one was the one that I get 2 extra grenades. Total 6.
Ooh,
that was nice.
That's good.
I rocked that for a little bit, and then with this armor with the 4 stems, like when it gets hairy, you're just like, get me back in the game.
The armor I've been using is it's a light armor, so it gives me the speed bonus, but it
Yes.
has the same armor value of the medium armor. So
Ooh,
I
wow.
get to basically be medium, but I run faster.
That's good.
So I unlocked that through one of the war bonds. And I was like,
nice.
that's pretty sick. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
there's a lot of good varieties there.
There was a light armor I saw that if you put a pin down, it allows you to see every 4 seconds
Yes.
like who's in the
Ooh,
area of that
that's
pin.
cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that is
It's
handy
like a
to have.
recon light armor thing.
Which I don't think we've like really talked about. Like, what kind of loadouts should everyone have? Especially it depends on what kind of mission we're doing. Like, if you're gonna have heavy armor, you probably want to be in the small 15-minute mission areas
Right.
where you're just like taking down people.
No, we
left and
never.
right.
Usually, like recently, we've been discussing on like what equipment to bring with us. We don't even focus in on the armor at all. We just
it's
focus
really
in
just
like,
like that.
wait, what are we going to bring? What are we going to do? And all this stuff. And then I accidentally bring in a 380 for a small area, and I'm like, oh shit! Well, I have it.
Can't use this.
Can't use this.
Yeah.
We all die.
We all die.
No, it definitely makes a big difference to talk about your loadout before you jump in there, which I think I have an item here related to that. But the other thing I didn't know, and you guys may have known this, but I had no idea. But all the weapons have different. You can change them out if you hold down the reload button.
Yes.
You can change out rate of fire and or like add a flashlight or not. And I didn't realize that was a thing.
Flashlight's set to auto, but you can change it.
Yeah, I didn't.
And you can change the scope size or distance.
I was trying to figure that one out because you jump into this game, there's chaos going around, and I was accidentally holding down my reload button, and like it popped up with this separate menu, and I'm like, what the hell is this? But I didn't look into it, so no, I did not know
I think
what
it
that
depends
was.
on the weapon you're using, but like I know some of them will like go from like full auto to like semi-auto to whatever, and then some will like enable or disable flashlight or whatever you need on there based on the type of weapon you're using. So that's pretty cool.
No, that's really nice. Especially on a sniper, like you can go, like you're zoomed in, right? And you're doing first person mode, but then you can also like still zoom in more.
Just the aim down sights mode. Yeah.
Can you do it like on the fly, or is it you have to hold down the button
You have
to
to
then
hold down
change
the
it?
button,
Okay, well, cool. So the next one I want to talk about is booster. So this is one that like Sarah didn't know, and I guess we really didn't find this out till like a couple times of playing. But like we're like, where are these boosters at? Well, boosters for those that are just getting started in the game don't realize boosters are part of the war bonds. So the war bonds are kind of like your battle pass, if you will, but some are free, some are paid, but there are boosters that are hidden inside that, and boosters are squad-based enhancements that give you buffs for your whole entire squad. So you want to make sure that when you get your boosters, like each person is only allowed to put on one booster.
They don't stack.
Per squad. Yeah, they don't stack or anything like that. But they're super, super helpful to get, and they look like very elongated grenades, but they're just like long cylinders inside of the war bonds, and each war bond has a couple of them, and they're super, super helpful to enhance the gameplay.
Yeah. So another thing with that, on top of that, I didn't realize you can earn super credits inside the war bond.
Yes.
I didn't know that. And I didn't know what super credits were for until it's the in-game currency, of course. But I didn't know that for the longest time until like on Tuesday, whenever we were streaming and I was going through it.
And you also get them, when you go to those, when you're playing the game and you go to those vaults that have the 2 keys you have to use
you get
to
some in
get
there
into it, you get super credits in those sometimes too.
Are those shared? Like,
yeah, it's all shared.
You
Yeah.
can find super credits anywhere on this, the like notable places
I like
you can
that.
find in the map.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just scattered. Just varies on.
I feel like a lot more games need to do that. Put their in-game currency
They don't
in
do
the
that
games.
enough. And
Yeah, they don't.
You see that, and you're like, I feel so rewarded. I'm like, yes, I got something.
Yeah,
like it just makes me feel good.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're earning your game. You know, you're earning this currency that's in game instead of a separate currency to buy to get more shit.
Right.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
I was also watching another video that I didn't even think about this. But you have a superstore where you can buy your stuff from.
Yeah.
90% of the games we play that have battle passes and shit, it's like $5 to $10 to buy an outfit or whatever.
Yes.
In this, it's like $1 or $2 to get a full out. Like you can buy the whole entire thing for like under $10, like whatever's on that page.
Yes, you can.
It's incredible. Like it's so cheap.
I find myself buying stuff all the time. Well, not all the time.
Yeah.
I usually like the helmets. Like the gear is just like whatever.
Yeah.
So you probably get a lot of the like medium armor kind of, or like if you get stuff from the store, it's usually all the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they'll have the same stats. There's nothing special. But the helmets is where it's at.
Right.
So
Helmets are cool.
yeah, and I have no problem dumping money into that.
Oh, yeah.
because like I still have money left over. I can wait for something cool if I want to, or I can save it up for the battle pass.
Well, that's like the only place you use it, right? Is in that superstore.
In that superstore.
That credit, yeah, because you have to use the medals for the.
you can
war
also
bonds.
use the super credits to purchase their newest battle pass.
Oh,
Or
right,
their
right,
war
right.
bond. That's the 3rd tier.
Yeah,
Correct.
So-
yeah.
which is like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, it's like 1,000, which I'm almost there. But
it's $10.
I'm almost there just playing the game. Though.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I can really like dive into this game and earn these super credits and then buy that war bond and feel some kind of accomplishment out of it.
Yeah, like you work towards it.
Yeah, you work towards it, and I like that.
And I appreciate Sony doing that because they were talking about ramping up more like games as a service and stuff like that. Now,
Yeah.
But they just let them do their thing. I guess they really thought this wasn't going to be that popular of a game.
Oh, yeah.
So like, go ahead and do what you want. Have something in there, and it's paid off.
Still wish they had shaders for the outfits, though, just a wee bit.
They might have.
They might
well,
eventually
with
bring that in.
Transmog, it's basically. Oh, but yeah, it's not.
But
the
like,
same.
yeah, it's not the same. Because I found that Matthew and I have the exact same armor on.
Yeah.
We look exactly
Yes,
alike, but we
yes.
have different capes. And I'm like, God dang it.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
But anyway,
Yeah,
sorry,
color,
digress.
change the colors and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That'd be nice. The other thing too is like monitoring both your dailies and major orders to maximize your war bond unlock. So
Did not know that.
yeah, so the dailies, or not the dailies, but the major orders, this is like what Joel, the game master or whatever, has been controlling and modifying, which is like one of the key coolnesses of the game, of like they're telling a narrative story that's ever evolving with the community. So right now everybody's fighting the automatons because they're trying to get to the planet. I forgot the name of it, but it starts at the ends with the T or something like that. But you have to go through a series of planets and liberate those to get to this planet, unlock it, and if everybody collectively succeeds, you get trophies or the medals or whatever, and you can then use that to unlock your battle pass further. Those are super, super important. So whenever you're jumping the game, it's like follow the major order because that's going to help the whole entire community. But additionally, there's a daily that you have in there that's for you to accomplish. It can also give you more of the their medals, right? Is that what they're called? The currency? Yeah.
Medals.
Get the medals to unlock. So I was not even paying attention to that for the longest time, and finally was like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of it's pretty
Most of
easy.
most are pretty easy. Like kill 200 bugs.
And you get like 15 medals out of it or something like that. I wasn't paying attention to it at all until we streamed it last Tuesday, and I opened up, because you got to hit L2. We're playing on PlayStation 5. You got to hit L2 to open up like your menu and stuff like that. And I opened it up and I saw that there was like dailies and stuff. I was like, I didn't know there was fucking dailies in this.
Yeah, you usually don't know unless you're running the ship and
it's
deciding where you're going to go, because that's where it usually shows up. But you can click on the orders and pull that up. But I just think that was...
It doesn't pull up on the orders for me. You have to hit start.
Oh, it's start.
It shows you your crew.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
up.
click,
I didn't
click on
mean
the
L2.
It's called orders up
there
on the
are
screen or
orders.
whatever. But that's like where you pull it. You click the start menu, it pulls that up on
yeah.
there. Yeah.
where I
But
got
normally when I see that, it's like I want to go to the war table and then look at it there. But then I was
Right.
like, oh, if you click start, then it does
Yeah, it shows you
present
what you
that to you as well.
That's not, I really appreciate the ones where it's like take over X amount of planets and you get 35 war bonds.
Yeah.
And like
Right.
you come back after a few days and you're like, man, I got
Look at
like
all these war
60
bonds."
war bonds. Like everyone's complete. That's so awesome that the community helps you too. So
Yeah.
it's like everyone is really working together.
And they've done a really good job at this. Like, just this is a great game, an example of like they're trickling stuff out at just the right rate to keep excitement going and get people continually talking about it on social media. Like these whole like new weapons that they brought out, they were like, oh, you're gonna fight automatons, because a lot of people weren't fighting automatons, they were mostly fighting bugs. They're like, well, hey, we're gonna bring the front to the automatons. And also there's some really crazy shit. There's now aerial gunships apparently you can fight. So they're like, here's some new heavy weapons that they're
new
bringing into the
weapons.
game. Whoa. But it's like, that's not like you're not waiting for a new season. You're just
Yeah,
like,
it's just slowly building.
here's a slow drip of like new content that continually adds to, gets people talking about it and be like, we need to drop y'all because there's some shit in the fan and we got to get in there and fight.
I can't wait for them to like introduce the third enemy type, you know, because like
ready.
then it's just gonna blow up after that. Like it's just gonna be crazy.
But that's the thing, is like there are people who've been playing this since day one nonstop.
Yeah.
So they're maxed out and they're gracious enough to really come back and help people. Because I was playing with a level 40, he was basically maxed out, and he was helping me complete missions and stuff, and he was more than happy to do that. Well, then you start adding these extra stuff, and it gives those people more content to dig into,
Right.
while we're still trying to build up to that. And then it's just, I mean, it's just getting more and more intense as we go along. So everybody wins.
Yeah. Talking about in game. So one thing that you die a lot in this, your player dies, your Helldiver is just dead, and you got to reinforce them with a new Helldiver. So whenever you do that, it's like a little grenade thing that you throw out that indicates a drop zone where they send them down from the ship to send in a new Helldiver. And in that, you can be strategic about how you and where you throw them. So you can be like, hey, your stuff fell over here. I'm going to throw you over here so you can drop in on your stuff. Or you can be like, there's this big ass bug coming after us. I'm going to throw my friend over there.
I'm gonna use
and they
you
can
as a
drop
weapon.
on top of the bug, because they're going to, whenever you start dropping from the ship, you can control for a few seconds like the drop point of your drop pod to potentially smash bugs. And I didn't realize that for a while. I was like, that's really cool that you can use that to your advantage.
And you can also use it to smash into their like area where they're coming out of, like their bug hole.
Bug nest, yeah.
Yeah, the bug nest. You can drop in there and destroy it. I got a trophy for that.
Have you tried it on a building yet?
Not yet.
I think you can do it on the automaton factories.
Really?
You probably can. If you can do it in the bug hole,
But
you
I
probably
think
do
you
it
have to be
automatons.
like straight
centered on it. Yeah.
So that's something that's really, really effective and super powerful and easy to do. The other thing is going in regards to the stratagems. So I love the grenade launcher. It's one of my favorite things in the world because you only have 4 grenades unless you have that armor that gives you 6. But the grenade launcher, I get like 16, maybe 50, like
you
a
get
lot.
a lot.
It's like 2
Things
clips, and then I
useful.
can shoot like 8 of them out. So whenever we go to bug nest, I'm just like, hang on, y'all, cover me. I'm going to take care of this. You just go in there and boom, 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 boom. You can take out like 5 bug nests with a grenade launcher before you have to reload it. And it's so much better than like wasting your very rare grenades that you have on your person. So I use that a lot. But we've been finding out that like as you're playing the game, talking about, okay, what stratagems are we going to bring in here? We need to bring this. We need to bring this. We need to bring this. We need this type of ammo. We need this type of drop. Like all that stuff is super important to think about. And I even saw, you know, like some of those weapons that you get, they show it like 2 people, like 2 Helldivers working together on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, I guess like one can be carrying an ammo pack and help them reload faster, so they're not having to take as long to do that, which I haven't used that yet, but I don't know if y'all have.
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
So there's the one gun that it's I forgot what it's called. But it has the heavy rounds that you carry.
Yeah.
You can carry the backpack or someone else can.
Right.
And yeah, I like that because you can reload yourself.
Yeah.
But then Travis, for some reason, is having a hard time reloading that gun. So I was like, well, let me go over there and help you reload. And it was just like, bah, 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 like super quick. And I was
that's
like,
cool.
dude. But I mean, that's the benefit of working together as a team. Like, there's payoffs.
What are y'all's favorite stratagems in the game?
The laser. Oh my gosh. It comes in, it's so handy.
I love the 380 just because it's so chaotic whenever I throw it. And like, it's just so funny to throw it and I just tell everyone to run. And they're just all booking it. It's still getting closer and closer to us. And it's like not even destroying a lot of stuff, you know, like a lot of enemies.
Nothing.
It's just fun to see it happen. But like I do kill a lot of things with it. It's just like the bug nest. It won't like zone in on those, but all the enemies around, I'll get like 400 kills at the end of the game just because of the 380. And I love it so much.
So sorry, continue.
Which one thing I like didn't realize was upgrading your ship to have those like things refresh sooner and faster. I did not know about that for the longest time.
That's why you got to get the samples.
Yeah, the samples and stuff. But go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, you know, Austin, when we finished the end of the stats, I was like, how the hell do you always get more freaking, you know, kills than me or whatever, or like even Travis and stuff like that? I realized that stupid robot y'all had run around with you.
Oh yeah, the guard dog.
Guard
Dude.
dog.
I
Like,
love the
that
guard
thing.
dog.
I used that the one day, and I like unlocked the one with the laser on it. And I was like, holy shit, he's doing like half the work for me over here.
Yes,
Like,
he is.
And what's so nice about that, like you can equip your guard dog. It's a little little drone that shoots a laser or a minigun, but you want to get the one with the laser so you don't have to reload it.
ammo, yeah.
And you can get yours, and then once yours refresh and you still have yours, you can drop one for your friend, and you just have a bunch of guard dogs going around. But it's dangerous because you can get hit by them.
They don't do a very good job at watching for friendly fire. Yeah.
Fire with those.
Well, the meta is to have the shield.
Yes,
shield
the shield
backpack.
backpack.
But I just feel like it's so handy to at least have one person with a guard dog.
Yes,
so you have an
it
extra
is.
Because the
gun.
shield backpack, that's the thing that comes. You have to be like level 30 or something for
25.
that, right? 25?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Because I want that eventually, because I feel like that's going to be super helpful. And I want to try sometime, like when we're dropping like a 380, like we run into the battle and like somebody just dropped like the big shield, you know, that's like the placement shield.
yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
see
works.
if like, I think
We
that'd
did
be
it.
smart to like
nice.
do that. Because sometimes it's like you have to run the hell out of there.
Run.
You know, instead, like let's just drop a shield down, let it all like rain down around us, then we just clean up from where we are right now.
And that's the main reason why I use 380 is just if we're going into an area with like a bunch of things, like a giant bug nest, I throw that out there to clear out all those guys and hopefully hit a bug nest or two and then run in there. I throw in a Gatling gun to cover me and then I'll start blowing up nests.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm running straight for it after like that 380's done. I don't care. I'm running in.
That's another thing. Friendly fire is a real bitch in this game. You gotta be careful. You don't rock in a line of fire, both from a Gatling gun, from a laser, or other players.
I love it.
Fucking
Or
Sarah.
a random freaking orbital strike that somebody drops too close to you.
Yes.
I was like running along and I see bugs to my left, so I turned to shoot and Sarah just whoop and I headshot her. Just boom. She went down. I was like, God dang it. She's like, I wasn't expecting you to turn. I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm so used to seeing something. And just, oh, nope, need to kill it.
Yeah. I don't expect you to run in front of my gun.
Well, that also leads me to my next conversation of just like making sure you pay attention to the modifiers for the level you're about to play, especially when you get later on in the difficulty, because things like ion storms will impact certain things because it's going to eliminate stratagems for a little bit. Or when you have the fire tornadoes, those make your guns overheat faster.
Finally experienced that.
Yeah,
Crazy, dude.
The
Well,
fire
we're taking
tornadoes are a
off.
bitch.
We're taking off, and no joke, 4 came into our loading zone and just
I was with you with that one, wasn't I think.
no, it was just me.
Oh shit! I
played
played
by
one where that
myself.
was happening, where it's like there's a bunch of fire tornadoes that just started like engulfing like this
Yeah.
space, and I was like, "This is insane! What is
Yeah,
going
those
on?"
fire tornadoes are something else.
They're brutal. A lot of stuff in this game is brutal. But the other thing, ammunition. Be careful with ammunition, because if you throw it away before you run out that clip, then that means you just slowly threw away ammunition.
Yep.
And
But
ammunition is
I was
scarce.
doing that a lot.
Side note, if you reload before you run out, it's a faster reload.
I know, but then that means you're throwing
I
away
know,
ammo.
just-
Throwing away
depends.
ammo,
It
dude.
depends.
I ain't,
That
no.
is
Like
true.
if you see that you have a sliver left, you might as well just throw it away so you can
That's
get a
fair.
faster reload.
That's fair.
Because when you're in a firefight, you're going to use that whole clip, and you're like, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing. I don't know why it's like that, but I like it.
How often do y'all switch to your secondary?
Never.
When I run out and I need it real quick.
Or if it's by accident, I never.
I
switch.
forget sometimes. Like I forget that I have a pistol, but sometimes a pistol is super useful in certain encounters.
I'm
to
using
have
like
that
a
in
little
there.
machine gun thing for my secondary.
Oh yeah, like the machine gun pistol.
Yeah, the SMIG.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think early on I used it more because you didn't have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then
That is true.
you early on you don't know how to like use your ammo when you need to. You just kind of just use it all. And you're like, oh, it's the only thing I got left.
And what's annoying about it, like if you switch to your grenade and you don't switch back, because I'm so used to it. I'm so used to other games like switching automatically back to
Yeah.
your fucking main weapon, and it doesn't do that. And I'm just lobbing grenades at this thing so close to me, and I'm like, God dang it, why?
So
You
one,
freak out more.
Yeah, you just freak out more. You just start throwing it.
so one tip I want to mention too, because this used to drive me crazy. So you know, like when you go pick up, you do your drop and you pick up a grenade launcher and it switches the grenade launcher, or you pick up like whatever weapon.
Yeah,
that
you
off
pick
the
it up.
ground, you pick it up and switches that. You can actually disable that in the settings. So I went into accessibility settings and found, because I hated that because I always forgot to switch back to my machine gun after I get my grenade launcher. I'm like dropping grenades. You can turn that off so that whenever you pick up something, it doesn't automatically switch to that
Switch
pickup.
back to it.
It keeps you with your gun. Yeah. So
I'm already used to it. I'm not gonna switch it.
yeah. But check out your accessibility settings. So there's actually some really good features in there to, like, you know, hide some of the UI, or like make some of the UI bigger, or like make certain things read differently or whatever, which is pretty cool. So highly recommend that. First person mode. Some may not realize this, but if you're on console, if you hold down R3, it'll switch to first person mode when you aim down your sights. So that's really helpful.
So it's
If you
aim
want
down
some-
sights. It's not first person mode.
They're calling it first person mode. It's basically first person when you're aiming down your
But it
sights,
doesn't stay that way.
I know, but everybody
not called first-person
everybody
mode. It's
calls
called
it
aim
first
down
person
sights.
mode on the internet, man. I'm just saying what
Damn, it is aim
just
down
saying
sights.
the
There's no
vernacular.
first person mode. Like who's saying that?
everybody everywhere I read this, man, it's first person mode. It's weird.
It doesn't stay that way.
I agree. You're always playing third
You're
person.
going to confuse people though.
Okay, it's aim down
It's
sights.
aim down sights. Yeah.
You can also aim down sights in third person sometimes. So saying.
You don't.
Okay.
You just shoot.
You just shoot. It's
So
first person.
Helldivers has an aim down sights mode where you can look through your reticle very, very carefully. You can look through your crosshairs, your iron sights. I'm going to be very specific here. If you know what iron sights are, that's the
I
thing
don't
that you
want
look at
people
your gun.
bitching at us on YouTube, and then I get all fucking antsy and angry and get drunk and leave comments back. I don't want to do that again.
This is what all over. Anyway,
That might happen now.
anyway.
Since
So
we're talking
you can
about
aim down sights,
guns
and it's
aiming
super
down
helpful.
sights, you can actually use the submachine guns And if you use any other gun, when you go to shoot, your body fully turns. But if you have this machine gun, you can actually run away and aim behind you.
Oh, it's one-handed?
Shoot. Yes, one-handed.
What?
So
What's that called? Twin stick shooter?
Submachine gun.
No. What's it called whenever you're just like shooting from? Shooting
gun.
from the hip.
Hip fire.
Hip fire.
No, you actually turn around and you can actually how you aim.
Yeah,
why
but it's
can't
basically
you-
like hip fire, right?
But can you
but
do
you're
that?
not you're not aiming from the hip. You're actually aiming.
Well, no, hip fire is just called just shooting. You're not aiming down sights.
Okay.
You're not aiming or anything.
You're
You're just like
shooting normally.
like with
It's not first person.
It's not
fuck off.
first person.
With Nathan Drake when he's hiding behind cover and he's just shooting. That's hip firing. It's just you're
not doing that.
You're not. That's basically what you're doing because you're not fucking hitting shit, running and
No, you
shooting
are.
behind you.
So you know how you're shooting in the game normally without aiming down sights.
Yeah.
And it gives you that
We're talking the
area.
same thing, but I'm just, yeah.
It shows you where you're hitting and it shows where your eyes are at. It does the same thing when you're running away and shooting behind you. It's like if you were shooting and aiming without aiming down sights.
I'm sorry. With this game, running and shooting is not a thing. You can't.
Yes,
You
with
can
submachine gun.
do it, but are you going to hit anything? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, you are.
You're going to have to show me this.
Okay.
I'm
Can you,
I'll go
not,
find it.
can you not do that with the pistol then too? You think the pistol would be the same?
I think the submachine guns because it says you can do other movements with this gun, or it has some kind of language like that. So it allows you to run away and aim and shoot.
What is y'all's primary weapon?
It's the initial weapon I got.
I got the laser repeater,
Okay.
How's that?
it's really good.
Yeah.
It's unlimited ammo. If you don't heat it up all the way.
Oh.
You have 5 rounds.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
only thing that sucks is that when you go to shoot, it takes a second to
See, I won't like
Get
that.
moving.
Oh, it's like a real gun?
yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a second to get going,
think
and
I
once it
tried
goes,
that one.
you can you just go, and then you have to stop,
Yeah.
cool down, and then. But I've never run out of ammo.
I don't know. My main gun I use is that machine gun that you call down for. I love using that.
Oh, yeah. The light
And
machine gun?
and then the Liberator is my primary. It's
Yeah.
just I just
It's a
like
good
it.
all-around
It's
gun.
it's a good all around gun. I got the new one in the war bond thing, and the damage wasn't that great. The stats on it wasn't great at all, and I'm like,
which
why
one in
did
the
I
war bond?
get it? There's another Liberator in the war
Oh
bond
yeah,
one.
with explosives.
I don't think it does. It's just a Liberator.
I think you're talking about in the paid war bond?
Not in the paid one, in the
Original
war bond.
That would be the explosive one then probably.
Is it
No,
explosive?
Is it
'Cause
orange?
does not a
No,
lot
it's the one with
no,
the
it's
longer,
white.
the one with the longer barrel.
Barrel. Yes,
Oh.
that one.
That's more accurate probably.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean,
It's-
no, it is.
It
you
is.
can use it as a rifle. If you want to,
I think
or
that's
DMR.
what it is. But the damage on it is low, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's not. I don't think it has as much ammo either.
yeah, it doesn't. It
No.
doesn't. So I'm
I
like,
was
that's
using
pointless.
the-
Slower, slightly slower.
Yeah.
I was using that explosive one for a while, but it doesn't have enough rounds in the clip, and it doesn't feel like it does as much damage as they say it should, you feel like it should.
Yeah.
Because it's explosive, you think. But actually, what I found out was it doesn't do more damage; it just stuns. So it has a stunning effect, but it doesn't actually. It actually does less damage than the regular Liberator. So I was like, well, that sucks. I'm just going to go back to the original one.
Yeah, I like the Liberator. I haven't found another weapon that I enjoy yet.
Yeah.
Depends. I like the Liberator, but you eventually run out of ammo.
You
It's
eventually
not-
run out of ammo with all of it. I mean,
Not this one.
oh, the laser gun. Okay.
I've maybe lost 2 clips and you get 6 total.
Hmm.
So it just depends. Same
That's
with
good.
same with my guard dog who's running around with the laser gun.
Yeah.
It never runs out of ammo.
Yeah, that's true.
the first one
Yeah.
you get.
I don't know. I don't like that delay to charge it, I guess, because I think I used it once and I'm just like that little bit of second time because what I'm constantly doing is running into it,
Right.
and I don't have time to.
I mean, that's when I pull out my gun, my sidearm. If I
oh,
need
that makes
it.
sense. then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's that dire. I
guess
guess
I
in
need-
situations where I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, I guess I need to play around more with my secondary.
Yeah.
because I only use that machine gun in the friggin'
Right.
Liberator.
The situations where that 1 second really counts doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I
you're
guess
usually
so.
farther away and.
I don't know, dude. We did friggin' level 6 and.
You did 6?
Yes,
I haven't
dude.
even done 5.
We did 6. We almost made it. We did 6 because Sarah thought she jumped us up to 5. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we're on 6 and we're in it. It was a fucking nightmare. I ran out of so much ammo constantly. And it was just so bad. I think I think we streamed that one.
Okay, we'll have to see that.
Yeah, and
Download that,
I
put it
was just
online.
like, and I told her, I was just like, Sarah, you put us on 6. She's like, no, I didn't. I was just like, no, we're on 6. I saw it because it shows on the map. It said 6. I'm like,
You can look at it on
what
top
are we
right. It
doing
tells you.
fucking 4 a while ago, dude. It was infuriating. And Matthew made it. He made it.
He's the
We were
last
waiting.
one?
He was the last one, and the ship had 30 seconds. 30 seconds, but he got overran by like a bunch of bugs.
But he made it.
Nope.
Oh, he didn't make it?
No, he did not. Yeah, it was a nightmare.
All right.
So
what is this?
I was just pulling up a video of this game that these people were playing. So there's this YouTuber Tomographic that was playing max difficulty, and there was a moment where like his friend was like way off in the distance, and there was just like hundreds of bugs like going across the field, and it looked
it is
freaking
terrifying.
insane.
And like you don't,
insane.
and like we weren't even in a good spot. No matter where we were at, we were surrounded. And it wasn't even the invisible bugs. It was just a shit ton of the friggin' just standard bugs coming at you. And then you got the giant bug coming behind them. And you're just like, I don't know what we're doing now. We're not going to survive this. So, yeah, it was bad. It was so bad.
So
Anyway.
the other
Yeah.
thing, Austin, you mentioned something about
Yes.
crates. Talk to me about these crates.
Yeah, so you'll find those jeweled locations where there's like something there, and I've come upon this where it's like you go down like a small crevice, and then there's like a door to a crate. It's red or blue. I didn't realize that you could throw a grenade and bust those open. They usually
Are you serious?
Yeah, they usually have weapons. They have samples. They vary on what kind of samples they have, and they also have credits. So like, it's basically just like one of those double doors. You have to put the
Yeah, put your hands on, and it's
on,
like,
yeah.
oh.
so it has stuff like that, but it's easier to access.
Do you have to use
Well,
a
wait.
grenade to open it, or
you
can
have
you
to
shoot it?
You have to use a grenade.
Wait, it's inside the double doors?
No,
No, it's like it's like
Outside. So before you open the double doors, there's stuff you can blow up.
No. What is inside the double doors, like the stuff that you can get in those, is
Oh, it's what
you would have in there.
what you would
as
have in
well.
those
It's just
like crates.
It's just easily accessible.
You get what he's saying?
So in addition to double doors, there's other places where if you
Where you
blow it
can
up with a
find
grenade,
stuff.
it has that
Like
stuff.
you'll find
That's
weapons.
cool.
Well, it's usually just there's no like ammo or stems or grenades.
But
you
it's
find
like-
those in the double doors, but you just find weapons and loot.
Damn, dude.
Samples, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know.
I always try to go up there and punch them because I see them,
Yes.
like, and nothing happens. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I can't destroy this. But a grenade, I don't want to waste a
Could be,
grenade.
yeah, it could be. But hey, you're gonna get stuff.
but
that
if I
you
got the
need.
grenade launcher, I got you.
True.
That's true. That's true.
The other side thing that we found out is that I was playing with a level 40 guy, and he found one of these locations, but it was underwater. So we finished the objective, and we ended up running right back by that location. The water had evaporated.
What?
So we were able to
What?
go in there and blow it up and get what we wanted.
That's wild.
So
crazy.
some of these places change, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's just like
Maybe it was a glitch.
It's just like that one mission that you do where you load up the ammo into that big cannon gun, and then you get a stratagem for it.
the Ceph artillery.
Yeah, I'm like, I did not know. I
just
didn't know
realized
that
that.
was a
Yeah.
thing. You know, I didn't
What-
know. I was just like,
Well,
what
so
is
that's
this?
that, okay. I'm glad you said 'cause that's actually my last point.
Okay, cool.
That I want to mention is don't skip the blue icons on the map because artillery stations will unlock a bonus stratagem to use on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And the radar stations that you unlock will show rare loot caches on the map.
Yes.
So I didn't know that.
Yes.
So all those little blue icons that you go to,
Will
like, actually
assist
are going
you.
to give you benefits in the battlefield to support your game. So I thought they were just like, oh, it's extra objective.
Yeah, I thought
but
it
it's
was
actually
sided,
like a
like-
that's a functional
helps you.
bonus as
Yes,
well.
yes.
And then of course the common samples everywhere. You collect those to get common samples and rare samples, unlock new stratagems and your ship upgrades. Which like really the common samples are super super important. I was like ignoring those for a while.
Same.
But I'm like the ship modules are
Don't
so
be-
beneficial
Yeah.
to make your stratagems load faster. I mean, like
Yes.
you get credits for the stratagems pretty
Yeah.
easily, but what you don't get is those comments. You have to find those.
You have to
things.
find
So-
those. And that's the thing. Like those samples are so important. I didn't realize they were that important playing for the longest time until our last recent stream. And I was just like, I need these fucking samples. I don't know like why I'm not getting them.
Like I knew we needed them. I was just
If I get 'em, I get 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take home like 5 if I can
Yeah.
find them. Dude, I was taking home 20, 30. when I was playing with the level 40 guy because we hit every point of interest.
God bless.
Like, this is awesome.
Are you streaming this Tuesday?
We should.
Good.
I'm down.
I'm actually
want
available this Tuesday finally.
All right.
I am too.
So I was watching somebody, and I don't know if this was accurate or if this is real, but this is what they said it was. But I saw a video of them doing this. But they said that if you're like the last one left or whatever, I think maybe if you're all the last one left, but you know when you call down your ship before the ship comes down to rescue, if you leave the evacuation zone, apparently the ship doesn't land, but
It'll
it stays
follow
up there
you.
and shoots and
Yes.
helps you
Oh wow.
while you are doing your
stuff.
before
Might have to
you come
test
back
that
out. I
out.
was like, huh.
No, it is nice. I haven't tried it, but
But it also
I
can
did
get
hear about
damaged,
that.
I heard too. So I think that's also
Yeah,
something you
someone
gotta-
dropped a stratagem on it and it flipped around and they all lost. Oh no! Yeah, there's a video on
That's like-
TikTok. It was fucking hilarious.
That's crazy.
They've thought of everything in this game.
Yeah.
They really did.
Basically, every scenario has been thought of, which
And
I
I-
didn't think would be possible.
Jason, you said you wanted to say something about
Oh
the game
yeah,
before
so
we finish.
before we wrap up, someone, one of our Discord members, shot me a message and asked me, "Is this game? Are we still playing this game? And have we like thought that it's a very repetitive game?" And I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, it has repetitive like concepts to it, but I think they switch up enough in the game to make it not feel repetitive. And what I mean by that is like, just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I jumped in and all of a sudden I started dealing with fire tornadoes and all this other like environmental stuff that's happening around me and like messing up the game for me. Well, not messing up, but creating a more of a challenge for me. And I'm actually like really enjoying it. And now I'm like enjoying it even more with them dropping in like new stratagems, new stuff like here and there, sprinkling around and how it's progressing. And that's what I explained to her. And I was just like, and also like this game is like, to me, perfect for a casual gamer person. If you're a hardcore gamer, then yeah, I feel like you're going to feel like it's being pretty repetitive. You're constantly doing the same stuff. You don't feel any progression out of it. But I feel like I can jump into this game for a whole night and play 4 hours and feel accomplishment and still want to go back to it the next day, or not the next day, but like next week or something like that, and not feel burnt out on it. I'm not feeling burnt out on it. So my question to you guys, do y'all feel like this is like super repetitive, or do you feel like they found like the golden egg on how they should do this?
They did. It's like Halo, like 30 seconds of fun. That was Halo's like motto for all 3 games. Find that 30 seconds of fun that is repetitive but is always interesting. And this is what they did. Like every scenario, like we could be playing, level 4 challenge for I don't know how long, and it doesn't get boring because every planet has a different kind of thing to tackle, like fog. Like I played one with Travis, and it was foggy, so you can't see so far ahead of you. The ion storms come in, like you're always having to deal with some kind of different issue, whether it be just consistently getting drops or bug holes or something. So it's like, okay, it's not boring.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing, but it's like, how am I going to survive this?
And
That's what's
you
exciting.
brought up another good point, and I also told her is like it's also the experience that you have with your friends and stuff playing the game,
Right.
because that's the most unique part of it is like enjoying these little weird moments with your friends. So yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a game that I just, it's not really something I want to play solo per se. I still kind of hold true to that, but I do think that there's enough, for me, it's like this game has found the Battlefield moments that like only Battlefield has been able to supply up to this point. And then, but it's just all this varying gameplay experiences that will come from not only the players, but the AI and how they interact with you. And like you said, the modifiers and the changes in the environments and stuff like that. And I think this game is procedurally generated.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
So
it
I
has
don't see
to
how it's
be.
not.
So I'm pretty sure like all these planets are like, you're not ever going to find like the exact same planet twice. So that kind of experience, I think, also is super unique in that the drop points are a little bit different. The location, like some of these maps are like super, super open and creates a whole new experience with like the automatons, especially versus where you have a lot more cover and protection, on the bug side or whatever. And like you mentioned, the fog and all these there's all these different variations that allows each experience to be a little bit different. And, it's not something I could probably sit there and play for 5 hours straight, but I'm definitely down to jump in for a couple hours, a couple times a week and have a blast.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they've They've done a great job. Like I don't see us stopping this game anytime soon.
No.
It's great.
Yeah.
And it was only $35.
I know.
Yeah, $35.
Oh my god.
35 or 45. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 35.
Yeah.
Or 70 if you're like us and bought the fancy.
No, that was
pack, yeah.
60.
60.
That was 60. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
it was
you're right,
60.
Hopefully these help anyone out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people know all of it.
No.
I'm still figuring stuff out every day.
Learning something new all the time.
Yeah.
Same.
So that's the 10-ish things that I wish we knew before we started Helldivers 2. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, give us a comment below and let us know if there's any other things that you are unaware of or that we didn't mention that you're like, this is actually a really good tip. You should check this out. Love to hear from you. So